gotta watch out for these guys who are fun. They're probably on the hobo spectrum. I know. As much as I warn you about men who weaponize their moods and are just little grumpy pants, and just like literally, I swear to God, so many men are just sticks in the mud. Like, just complain, bad mood for no reason, just don't enjoy life at all. They just are here to just squash any happiness in women. Then you have the guys that are just a lot of fun. And you know what they are? Hobos. They're hobos. You gotta watch out for them. They are teenagers in adult bodies. And you know their favorite group of women to go after? Successful independent women, especially divorced moms, or just single women who are in their 30s, usually late 30s, mid 30s, 40s even. They're hobos. They're hobos, I'm sorry. They're fun and they're usually really good at eating. But they're hobos. I don't care how good the little pecker is. They're hobo, okay? They're gonna ruin your life. I wanna show you an example. I know I really like Amy. Sometimes she's pretty brutal. Sometimes she's a little too soft. But she's got a hobo situation here. And I wanna read what this person said. Dear Amy, I'm divorced mom in my early 30s. Boom, red flag. Hobos love 30-year-old women. Divorced mom with primary custody of my 8-year-old son. This son is probably going to be a menace to any woman he dates. Because if a mom does not have good boundaries with her husband or any of the men she dates, she's going to raise a hobo. A lot of women are raising future hobos who then terrorize all of us. So use your codependency to fight your codependency. Use your fear of what your son is going to do to other women to decenter men, including your son. Because moms who won't do this, you're literally creating the next red pillar. These dudes on the internet with microphones. I've been dating Ben Benjamin for the past 2 years. He's a great guy and he is very good with my son. I'm wondering what that means. By very good with my son, since you have primary custody, I'm guessing that your husband probably sucks as a father, and maybe that Ben actually talks to your child or interacts with him at all, maybe throws a football occasionally. Your idea of good is probably relative to your piece of trash husband, ex-husband. Assuming you were even married, maybe you're not. Maybe you were just, have a baby daddy. Anyway, we've been talking about getting married. Don't do it. Don't do it. He has never been married before, no kids, no surprise. I really want to know how old Ben is. I'm guessing Ben is younger, but maybe not. And I am gun shy, to say the least. That's your intuition, honey. That's your intuition. That's not fear of commitment. That's not you. I'm telling you, I know this because this is how I got tricked into dating this loser. I used my self-awareness about the issues I was working on to justify dating a loser. I was like, Melanie, you're so afraid of commitment, You're like a flight risk. You're the one who never commits to men. And now you're dating a guy and you don't want to commit to him. Looks like you're not breaking cycles. You should date this hobo. So your gun shyness is about your intuition and you knowing better and nothing else. And also probably wanting to protect your child. As you should. I own my, here we go. She owns a home. She's in her early 30s and owns a home. That is great. In this economy, my son is happy. Okay, so and I am trying to be extremely careful about our future, as you should. I'm not saying that divorced women shouldn't be able to date. You can do whatever you want. But what I am saying, the most dangerous person that you bring into your child's life is a man you date or marry. Stepdads are usually a menace to those children's lives. They rarely make them better. They usually make them worse. And a lot of them are P3DOs. You know what I mean? But a lot of them are just little hobos looking for a free ride, a homeowner in her 30s. This man has never been married. You really think he wants to be a dad? He's going to be a dad now. This man does not know how to be a dad. And marrying him because you're the primary caretaker will make him a father. I don't think a lot of women really think about this. You not wanting to be alone, you are literally risking everything, not only for your child, but for yourself. Like, it's not about getting married. It's about this man becoming a dad. Oh my God. Last week, Ben took me out for a drink. He said he had something important to tell me. Here we go. He confessed that he's in almost $20,000 in debt. He said he is trying hard, yeah, right, to clear his debt, but he isn't making much progress. Oh, I wonder how hard he's trying. I wonder what he's doing to clear that debt. I have a stable and successful career. I'm extremely financially responsible. Sounds like it. You own a home in your early 30s. And I have already started saving for my son's college. See, you're doing everything right. Ben seems underemployed is a really nice way of saying hobo. He is relaxed, lazy, has no ambition, fun person. Yeah, again, fun is only so much fun until you realize that he's a teenager. The funnest men I've ever dated stopped being fun when they started ruining my life, which is pretty quickly. He said the debt came from purchasing a car and more recently from a ski vacation that he went on with some friends. Oh no, you've got one of the worst kinds of hobos. You have the pow-pow hobo. You have the rock climber, skier, kayaker, fill in the blank surfer. Y'all know what I say about that. Don't date these men. How he's $20,000 in debt from buying a car. I wonder what kind of car. It's probably a car. So it's probably something about his ego. Probably not about a car like for a purpose, but rather to impress men. Everything men do is to impress men. They just want men to like them so bad. A ski vacation with his homies. Oh my God, you're in danger. You're in danger. I don't care how good he eats your kitty cat. I can understand if he like lost his job or if something that like makes sense. If it's college debt. But a ski vacation, like even a car, I'd be like, yeah, I mean, because some people need, depending where you live, some people need a car to work. But a ski vacation, I'm sorry, anyone who does not ski, who follows me, skiing is one of the most expensive sports on the planet. That's one reason why I don't do it. I also got injured right away. I always used skis, used ski boots. I literally did skiing as cheap as I could. I worked for the mountain I didn't even know how to ski. And I taught children pizza, french fries, how to stop and go. The only reason I've ever been able to afford to ski is if I literally worked for the mountain because that stuff is so expensive. When I was a ski instructor, which was back in like 2002 or 3, it was like $80 a day to ski. I am sure it is like twice that now. Literally the most expensive outdoor sport you can do. But there's so many bums, the hobos, who love skiing. At least climbing is somewhat cheap once you get the gear. Not skiing, oh my God. I feel extremely uncomfortable now. You should. There's a reason why he told you that. I am wondering if Ben expects me to clear his debt by using some equity on my house. Yes. Actually, he probably doesn't even know what equity means, first of all. So like you are already like 10 steps ahead of him. He just sees you as like money bags, little sugar mama. He knows you have money. He wants you to pay off his debt. He literally would never think of this because he probably doesn't know what that means. You don't have to worry about him wanting this. You just have to worry about him literally wanting your money. Probably assumes you just have like tens of thousands of dollars in savings that you could just throw at his problem. And by the way, she said, what did she say? We have been talking about getting married, but I am gun shy. Okay, by we, that's Ben. Ben wants to get married. Because if you're gun shy, you're not bringing this up. Ben is a little hobo who wants to ski the pow-pow. He's not going to be a good dad. He is literally a gold digger. Like all of them are. That's why they call us gold diggers. They're the gold diggers. He didn't ask me anything specific, and I'm not sure how I feel, how to react. Yeah, he didn't ask you for anything specific because that would be weird. See, this is the thing. Before I get into Amy's response, I just need women to understand this. You probably know this by now if you've been following me. Men are very much aware that we have been socially conditioned to nurture them and take care of them and save the day. Like, the fact that they think that we're waiting for some prince to save the day is so funny, because that's not ever what they do. Like, that's all BS. They actually know that we're the ones who save them. Okay? They also know that because you're a mom, you're really good at parenting, right? And so he knows he's not going to ask you for money. He's not going to be like, I have $20,000 in debt. Can you pay it off? Because it's rude. Men are too smart, y'all. Dumb as rocks, but like street smart, predator smart, right? He's like, money. How do I get her money? I know. I'll just plant the seed and wait for it to flourish in her little codependent, caretaking mind. And so she's like, he's $20,000 in debt. I could do take equity out of my house. Like, she's going to take that information and she is going to start creating solutions because she feels bad that he's in debt. Right? Her future husband, the future father of her child that he didn't want and then he was no part of. I need y'all to start seeing this if you don't already, that when men do this, they know exactly what they're doing. They're like, hey, you know, I have this debt. Anyway, you want to get a drink? Yeah, he wants you to pay the debt. He knows he can't specifically ask you to do it unless he had some like major audacity, but that may actually that may backfire. So he's going to plant something, right? The same way he may plant the idea that, like, wouldn't it be cool? Like, I don't know, like, my friend Jim does threesomes with his wife. Do you understand what they're doing when they do this? Y'all, okay, women, because we had to rely on men for so long because they literally refused, they withheld rights from us. We know how to manipulate really bad, okay? We're like so good at manipulating because it's literally, we had to learn how to do it. That's how we survive. Manipulation can be used for good or evil, right? So many women are spies because we're so good at reading the room, having a thermometer up the butt of everyone around us and being like, paying attention, right? Men are good at this too. Especially men who are in survival mode. The thing that they convince us they're dumb, right? They convince us they're dumb. And God, did we fall for it. Huh, right? Men are so stupid. They're not stupid, they're selfish. That's what it's about. They're selfish and entitled. They're not stupid. This man knows exactly what he's doing. Men are so good at manipulating us. And we sit here thinking that they, we really underestimate them, y'all. That has been one of the worst things that we have done, is think that they're stupid. Talk about them like they're little boys. They may have the emotional intelligence of little boys, but that doesn't mean that they are not manipulative, conniving. They're not plotting and scheming things all the time and really good at executing those things. We underestimate men all the time, and we always pay the price. How do you think they've been able to get away with having second families? And we're like, the amount of plotting, scheming, we're like, wow, they just didn't think about my birthday. Men just can't plan ahead. Oh, they can plan ahead when they're plotting and scheming. They can plan ahead in terms of having a whole nother family in another state. Having 5 women they're cheating on you with, they are so good at planning. They just don't plan your birthday because they don't like you. Have you seen them do fantasy football? Have you seen the skill set that takes? To coordinate all these teams that don't even exist. Charts. They're on the phone, but they just don't know what you want for your birthday. They can't figure it out. They don't care. We underestimate these men, and that's why we're dying. Assume the worst until proven otherwise. So love the responsible one. Well, your name right there says everything. You know that he's not responsible. You wouldn't call yourself the responsible one. Why would you ever marry someone that you clearly state right here is not responsible? So Amy says, are you prepared to be a parent? Amy, I love it. Are you prepared to be a parent to Ben as well as your son? Because his choice to lay this on you without a specific plan of action seems to be a bid for you to take this on. There you go. Amy, I'm glad we agree on this. People who have a lot of consumer debt, who continue with their spending, will sometimes try to get their problem to go away by simply shifting it to someone else. That's the thing. It's not like he was in debt. Like, I have a lot of debt from trying to write a book and from all of this crap. A lot of it's from being fooled by men. And then some of it is, yeah, just pursuing, like, debt. I mean, especially if you're in the U.S., a lot of people outside the U.S. can't not comprehend the amount of debt that almost every U.S. American I know is in. And I don't mean like mortgages and car payments. I mean like credit card debt, student loans, all kinds of stuff. Debt is so normal for so many of us. But this kind of debt, where he's like just buying cars and going on ski trips, that is a different kind of debt. The debt that I have was based on me investing in something in my career. This kind of debt is just reckless spending. Those are very different kinds of debt. So I would maybe give this man a little bit more grace if it was like student debt, something that was literally, unless it was Bitcoin. Like, if this is a Bitcoin thing, then like, no, you have bad judgment. But this is exactly what he's doing. He has found himself a sugar mama who's clearly, 2 years in, honey, how could you just now realize this? Try not to judge, because I dated a hobo, but you have a son, you have everything, he has nothing, but he's fun. This man must be really good at eating, because like, come on, fun is not enough. Fun is gonna get really old after the fun guy does literally nothing at home, and literally you are just bankrolling his ski trips, because he's not gonna stop those, because that's not his kid. Ow, just hit myself in the face with it. Okay, what else, Amy? I suggest that you take this conversation to the next level. Ask for complete transparency and documentation. Ooh, Amy. Ask for his taxes. I think it is somewhat likely that more debt will emerge. Y'all remember Love is Blind when I took Izzy to task? This man is Izzy, minus all like the Jehovah's Witness trauma possibly. This is Izzy right here. And Stacy, whoo, that's why she didn't marry him. Because when she looked at more into his financials, she was like, holy crap, this man is nothing but a liability. And most men are nothing but liabilities anyway. They are a net negative in most scenarios. And then they have debt too. Honey, he's fun, but underemployment, he's a hobo. He's a hobo. Do not marry. Commingle your finances or bail him out. He needs to demonstrate a concerted commitment to clear his debt on his own. He is an adult single man with no people to support. Exactly. He could clear this in under 2 years, but it would require that he make some big changes. That right there is the problem. The little hobo doesn't want to change. He wants to ski the papa. He's with this. What he gets out of this is he gets a house. He gets someone to bankroll him. He gets all this labor. I am sure he is not helping out at home. And it's even like, I say helping out on purpose, because there's no way he's actually, given this mindset around money, there is no way that this man is actually doing his equal share of the labor at home. So I specifically say helping, because this is a kind of man who helps rather than shows up as a partner, and those things are very different. So he's probably already creating more labor, doesn't bring in money, is still spending recklessly, took you out to a bar to tell you about $20,000 in debt, and really badly wants to get married. I'm telling y'all, a man who wants to get married is not a green flag. A man who wants to get married, just wants to get married, not to you. A lot of men just want to get married. Why do you think that is? It's not a good reason. They want to settle down now. Oh, really? I don't ever want a man who just wants to get married, and nor should you. But this man didn't change it. And honestly, this woman should date herself for a while. After 2 years, she's going to raise another hobo.